Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have Robert in here with us this morning. And Robert has a very special issue going on that does not allow me to accept him as a chiropractic patient here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief. He flew all the way down here from Michigan with his wife, spent the money on the airline tickets and airfare and the hotel. During his history taking, which I'm very thorough on my history and examinations, he reported to me that he had stents put in his heart. What year was that?
2016.
2016, I thought, yeah. And that threw up red flags to me that he has a condition known as atherosclerosis, or plaquing in the arteries. So immediately before I adjusted him, I wrote an order out for him to go over to an imaging facility we use here in Houston, North Houston Imaging, to get ultrasound studies on his carotid and vertebral arteries, because I wanted to see if he had plaquing in the carotid and vertebral arteries, which would put him at greater risk for having a stroke, getting a chiropractic cervical manipulation. So we did not do the ring dinger on him yesterday. I did not manipulate his cervical spine yesterday because I hadn't seen the information, the ultrasound studies on the carotid and vertebral arteries. And he and his wife, Maureen, were mentioning to me this morning he wished he'd have known that prior to making the trip down here. And I do too, and that's why we're making this video, and I thank Robert for doing this, because when we accept patients, I accept them after taking a very detailed history and examination, doing an examination, orthopedic neurological examination on the patient. However, there is no diagnostic test for blockage in the carotid and or vertebral arteries in the cervical spine other than a ultrasound study of those carotid and vertebral arteries. And sure enough, when we did those, he has plaquing in both the carotid and vertebral arteries and plaquing along those arteries, which puts him at greater risk for having a stroke. Now, it's not just chiropractic that he could have a stroke. He could be walking down the street today and have a stroke as a result of the plaquing in those arteries. So being an increased risk for having a stroke, we have made the decision together that he is not an appropriate candidate for chiropractic care here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief. Now, he's had other chiropractors adjust his cervical spine before, he told me, but I have advised him that I would not really encourage him to get his cervical spine manipulated by anyone because of the increased risk that it puts him under. So Robert, what would you have to share with our YouTube subscribers about this whole experience?
I would say live a healthier life when you're younger. That would be the summary of it.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for the experience, and I'm grateful to know that information.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sorry we couldn't do more for you, and you wasted your time coming down
I didn't
here.
waste my time.
Okay, good, thank you.
Every day is not a waste.
So if you have ever had a heart attack or have had stents put in anywhere in your body, you need to bring ultrasound studies of your carotid and vertebral arteries with you, or I will not see you. I will refer you out to get them done while you're here in Houston, which, like in Robert and Maureen's case, I mean, they flew all the way down here from Michigan to get this done, but I just cannot, in good conscience, say that he is a candidate for chiropractic care because of all the plaquing that he has in his arteries. And he had it in his heart first, which is why they put the stents in there. And so we don't just do these procedures willy-nilly on people. We do a thorough history and examination on people to decide whether they are in fact a good candidate for chiropractic care or not. Robert, thank you for sharing your story with everyone. I think this will help other people who have had heart attacks or blood clots, for instance. That's a sign also of atherosclerosis. That's a plaquing in the arteries, or hardening of the arteries is the old terminology. So don't come down here expecting me to do a ring dinger on you just right off the bat, because I'm going to do a thorough history and examination on you before I even touch you. And That's really, I think, about all there is to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.